Hey guys, how are you? It's Jeff, and I haven't done a video in, my gosh, I'm going to say a month. It's been bananas here. It's been a crap show of fires in Southern California, and I spent some time out of the country there for a while on vacation. So I'm back, and I'm thrilled to be back. And I really wanted to do this video about the magician. And I actually wanted to call it the Magician's Belt of Wisdom. And I think everyone knows what the magician stands for, even if you're new to tarot or just starting tarot. It's all about self-empowerment. It's all about being able to do and create. And in fact, some decks even call it the co-creator, which if I had my own deck, I would probably call it the co-creator. But there's an interesting aspect of it that really couples nicely with kind of how I use the tarot in the therapy offices in my hypnotherapy business. And that is all about this cat's belt. It's about a snake that's sort of eating itself. And a lot of people sort of just look at it, recognize it, and a lot of people acknowledge that snakes represent in imagery wisdom. You see it in this beautiful Seven of Cups right out there. That dude just sort of hanging out, sort of wondering what's going to be the big surprise thing right there. And actually, it's on my didgeridoo. I lived for a while in Australia, and I picked up this fantastic didge. And that beautiful snake there. Whenever I said, what's this snake all about? The guy said, the snake is about wisdom, sir. And so whenever I play my didgeridoo, it's all about sort of tapping into the higher wisdom. So I wanted to chat a little bit about how important it is to, I think, really kind of get what's going on with why this card, the card of co-creation, of self-empowerment, of I can do it, has a snake, a wisdom totem that is sort of eating itself. And it all has to do with the idea that actually wisdom is a state of being, all right? Whenever you consider that wisdom is just combining knowledge with experience, coupled with the emotion of how that experience affects you, we're talking about the tarot. We're talking about wisdom being the coin suit, the pentacle suit, that state of being. We're talking about how wisdom comes about by the knowledge, by everything mental, right? This is just everything that's like what is to be known. And then you sort of couple that with what your body does, with all these wonderful wands, and then it sort of gets concreted in your experience as wisdom by coupling it with an emotional response. Those are neuropeptides of thoughts that create the emotions that you feel in your body, okay? So we kind of have this nice conglomeration of what it means that this particular cat right here has a snake eating itself. Now, take that, sort of put it on the back burner, because I just had a couple really wonderful tarot sessions last week and then one earlier this morning, where it really dawned on me just how incredibly easy it is to sort of find out where someone's life is going based on kind of what they already have going on, that you can plainly see as illustrated with these four suits of the tarot accompanied with the mind or the major cards, okay? And that is that whenever you have a snake eating itself and you have this sense of wisdom that is the snake that is sort of repeating itself like a cycle. You have to understand that, you know, circles are cycles, never ending, like they all say with the wedding ring, you know, it's never, it's a love that never started and it won't ever end. You have to look at that snake as being a loop or a ring where it just sort of repeats itself, and why people have a hard time changing their lives and their lives experience. You kind of get where I'm going with this now a little bit. The reason why people have a hard time changing their life, is what I see as a hypnotherapist, certainly as a card reader, is because they don't and have a hard time understand the idea that their wisdom only comes from their experience with the wisdom and how it's coupled with the emotion. And what they don't understand is that your body becomes addicted to the certain neuropeptides and neurochemicals that are produced when you keep thinking the same kind of thoughts. You sort of keep on experiencing the same sort of experiences in your life. It literally is this self-propagating positive feedback loop where you just continually see more and more of what is comfortable and familiar to you. Now, I'm not going to do the whole hypnotherapy thing, how you change the subconscious and stuff, because whenever we're just talking straight up tarot, the mysteries of the mind are already wrapped in within the four suits. That's why it's so important whenever I talk about this emotional guidance scale and how it accompanies this idea that how thoughts are turned into things by looking at your world a different way, you begin to change the belt on the magician. You begin to adjust it. You begin to change the color. You begin to change the looping and the different kind of knotting whenever you're willing to change your thought about your given situation that naturally is going to produce a chemical, a neuropeptide that your body becomes addicted to in your body. It's a new feeling. And then those things you get to feel in your body to be drawn to a new sort of outcome that in the past you didn't have access to, because in the past your body was producing the old, same familiar chemicals. Now, if that doesn't make sense, just understand. And if you practice tarot, if you do it with yourself, you realize in the past how difficult it's been for you to change your experience until you begin changing the chemicals that your body produces because of what you're consciously thinking about, how you're reframing your situation, all right? Now, we talk about this all the time, how we kind of enjoy hanging around with people that think differently, who kind of look at a negative situation and be like, holy hell, this could be the coolest thing in the world. I didn't realize that this could make me think this new way about this old situation. And then realities begin to change. You really begin to sort of get into what could be next rather than, it's that same damn thing that's there. It's always a mystery. I never know how to take care of it. It's always this ability to just say, from the field of infinite possibilities, that's what this quantum card here, of the field of infinite possibilities, each one of these is a possibility. At the risk of rambling in the circles, because I'm so excited to be back here with my YouTube community, guys, and God knows, I don't even know if I can ever catch up with all the videos that I've missed, all my favorite channels that I like seeing out there. But just allow this to be the take-home. When you see the magician, get focused in on that belt and begin to have an understanding about that wisdom that this magician is currently experiencing. If he's wanting to create something new, he's got to find a way to work with those four suits. You got to find a way to think differently about the situation so that your brain literally creates new chemicals that your body gets addicted to and creates the feelings that lock in those experiences as something in your memory, all right? One last thing is that you can look back to any big event in your life. The reason why you remember it is because it has a big emotion attached to it. Nobody really remembers what they had for breakfast 5 weeks ago on a Tuesday, but they do remember that if there was an earthquake and your ceiling caved in while you're having breakfast, there's a damn good chance you're going to remember what that breakfast was because it had this huge emotion attached to it, okay? So use your suits, understand what the belt of this magician is trying to tell you. You have to get out of the sameness so that you can get into what this card is all about, creating your life using these beautiful four suits right there, man. Just using the beautiful four suits to create something more desired, okay? I just love to ramble, guys. I love talking about how we can really help each other using these cards and how tarot can be so much more than just kind of seeing what's coming for somebody rather than, do you want to go there? Maybe you can go somewhere else, okay? So please feel inspired to share this with your clients, that just because we see a pattern developing doesn't mean that you can't change your belt a little bit, think differently, create new chemicals, feel differently about it. You're naturally going to attract new opportunities once you can see them neurochemically in your mind, okay? Take good care, guys. Appreciate you viewing. Appreciate your comments. I'll talk to you later. Bye.